If you ever thought that the Nestle Corporation couldn't get any more evil, you'd be wrong. The same company that said human beings were not entitled to water, which is essential for life itself, is at it again. They've been found deliberately making baby food addictive. They've been caught adding more sugar into food without telling the consumer what they were doing, well knowing how addictive sugar is. An association by the Public Eye and the International Baby Food Action Network has uncovered the dishonest practices of Nestle falsely marketing their products to third world countries around the world. Nestle has spent exorbitant amounts of money trying to convince everyone that they're the saviors of babies everywhere from malnutrition. It's laughable that capitalism, the leading cause of poverty and malnutrition globally, somehow can overcome its own problem. Nestle controls about 20% of the baby food market, which is around $70 billion. As the Public Eye investigation noted, Cerelac and Nido are some of Nestle's best-selling baby food brands in low and middle income countries. According to exclusive data obtained from Euromonitor, a marketing analysis firm specializing in food industry, their sales value in this category was greater than $2.5 billion in 2022. It is through these two products, Cerelac and Nido, that Nestle says they are going to end child malnutrition. But this investigation asks, how nutritious are they exactly? According to Nestle, it's their life's goal to improve the quality of life for babies. Just ask them. Driven by our company purpose, enhancing quality of life and contributing to a healthier future, we are focusing our efforts on ensuring that our product brands enable healthier lives. We are reducing salt, sugars, saturated fats, and adding powerful ingredients like fiber-rich grains and vegetables, and adding micronutrients to fortify thousands of products across the world. Believing that a profit-driven corporation would place human welfare over profits is nothing short of dangerously naive, if not outright ignorant. The problem is that Nestle did the exact opposite to what they claim in the statement. The recent investigation found that they were overloading their baby food with the worst thing for infants and child development: sugar. Skirting laws in third world countries, Nestle has infused much of their baby food with sugar to make it addictive. The trick here is they didn't have to declare it on their packaging. Cerelac and Nido products are listed as having no sugar added, but in 6 countries like South Africa and Senegal, they contain up to 6 grams of added sugar per serving for 6 months and up. Those same foods in Germany, France, and the UK actually do not contain added sugar. Some do contain added sugar for babies over 1 year old, but it is labeled on the packaging. Cerelac, wheat-based cereals for 6-month-old babies sold by Nestle in Germany and the UK, has no sugar added, while the same product contains over 5 grams per serving in Ethiopia and 6 grams in Thailand. Suspiciously, Public Eye had a difficult time finding a laboratory in Switzerland that would agree to analyze the foods to look for the hidden sugar. Numerous labs claimed that doing so could potentially have a negative impact on existing customers. As a result of the lack of cooperation, Public Eye reached out to a lab in Belgium. The results were staggering. We examined 115 products sold in Nestle's main markets in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. No less than 108 of them, 94%, contain added sugar. On average, our analysis found almost 4 grams per serving, or about 1 sugar cube. The highest amount, 7.3 grams per serving, was detected in a product sold in the Philippines and targeted at 6-month-old babies. In India, where sales surpassed 250 million in 2022, all Cerelac baby cereals contained added sugar, on average nearly 3 grams per serving. The same situation prevails in South Africa, the main market on the African continent, where all Cerelac baby cereals contain 4 grams or more of added sugar per serving. In Brazil, the world's second largest market, with sales of around $150 million in 2022, 3/4 of Cerelac baby cereals, known as Mucilon, in the country contained added sugar, on average 3 grams per serving. What makes this even worse is the fact that the World Health Organization has been warning countries since 2019 that baby foods high in sugar have been incorrectly marketed. This comes at a time when the UN is warning that obesity is a worldwide epidemic that is severely impacting the health of children and adults. In 2022, 1 in 8 people in the world are living with obesity. Worldwide adult obesity has more than doubled since 1990, and adolescent obesity has quadrupled. In 2022, 2.5 billion adults 18 years of age or older are overweight. Of these, 890 million were living with obesity. In 2022, 43% of adults age 18 or over were overweight, and 16% were living with obesity. In 2022, 37 million children under the age of 5 were overweight. Over 390 million children and adolescents aged 5 to 19 were overweight in 2022, including 160 million children living with obesity. This is such a problem that in 2022, the UN agency called for a ban on added sugars and sweeteners in food products for babies and children under the age of 3. Of course, these recommendations have been completely ignored by countries around the world and by Nestle itself. In addition to ignoring health guidelines, Nestle has spent a great deal of money paying off social media influencers to hawk their products, calling them safe and how they recommend them for their children and babies. People who almost have no formal education in nutrition or medicine. They're just popular people in media that others do what they say because reasons. As if this wasn't scummy enough, Nestle has added another dimension to this. They've pioneered medical marketing, a term that describes essentially buying off health professionals and leading scientific authorities while presenting themselves as an educational resource. The goal isn't just to sell baby food to make money. It goes much deeper. The goal is to build lifelong customers, brand loyalty, often called the cradle-to-grave marketing strategy. Philip Baker, a senior research fellow at the University of Sydney in Australia, the idea being to get consumers from a very young age develop that brand loyalty, develop those taste preferences for their products, he explains. Educational platforms have been created in 60 countries to provide information from so-called experts. When parents go looking for nutritional information, they end up with what are ads for Nestle products. Some of them as disreputable as Kenia Lawrence, a nutritionist in Panama, selling Nestle products to mothers, telling them Nido 1 Plus helps protect and strengthen the immune system thanks to probiotics and prebiotics and contains key nutrients for child development. Not a single word about the 3 grams of sugar added to each serving. Nestle and many others are guilty of exploitative milk formula marketing. Phony support groups are being created. Often content is targeted at new mothers with personalized social media content that is often not recognizable as advertising. Often the real tangible benefits of breastfeeding are downplayed in favor of Nestle products and others. The proliferation of global digital marketing of formula milk blatantly breaches the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes, the code which was adopted in 1981 World Health Assembly. Nestle is nothing short of a bunch of liars when they say their mission is the health of babies around the world. They have done nothing but try to get babies addicted to sugar in order to get them hooked on their products to make money. The WHO has outlined all the necessary guidelines for infant health free from any corporate interference. This effort to infuse sugar into baby food has no borders. Not just the third world, but the second and first world as well. Not even the most defenseless and innocent human life is sacred and off limits to the cold-blooded inhumanity of capitalism. It is utterly undeniable that capitalism is directly responsible for this. It's literally capitalism via the profit motive, via greed, for personal benefit, whatever. If you can deny that this is capitalism, literally killing people, poisoning babies for profit, you're a disgusting excuse for a human being, period. Nestle is a disgusting excuse for a company and a disgusting excuse for a collection of human beings, period. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.